Oke semuanya, selamat datang di channelnya Arat. Apa kabar kalian semua? Semoga baik-baik saja. Sebelum kita mulai video ini, gue mau jelasin ke kalian sedikit tentang Honkai Impact 3. Honkai Impact 3 adalah game yang udah lama eksis, dan ini sebenarnya kakak dari game yang akhir-akhir ini hype, yaitu Honkai Star Rail. Di Honkai Impact 3 ini, ada beberapa karakter yang hadir juga loh di Honkai Star Rail. Berikut karakter-karakter dan perbedaannya ya, gue bakal kasih liatin sedikit. Di sini ada Sele, ini bentuknya dari yang Honkai Impact 3, dan ini Sele bentuk di Honkai Star Rail. Ada beberapa karakter lagi, yaitu Bronya. Ada juga Silver Wolf. Ada Shusheng. Ada Otto atau Luocha. Ada Himeko. Dan juga ada Raven atau Natasha. Nah, di update terbaru Honkai Impact 3 ini, Honkai Impact 3 akan ngeluarin battlesuit baru, yaitu Her Share of Rebirth untuk karakter Sele. Kalian bisa lihat langsung di sini penampakannya seperti apa, dan lihat deh kombonya tuh bagus banget ya. Selain itu, Honkai Impact 3 juga akan ngadain konser online bertemakan dengan battlesuit Sele ini loh. Jadi, tunggu apa lagi? Langsung download aja Honkai Impact 3 sekarang. What is up everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Arat and today we are going to play Ragnarok Origin Global. In this video, I will show you the build for level 90 or 90 plus Biochemist. Now this guide is gonna be in English because I do realize some of my viewers are not Indonesian. This is the stats that I'm running. Our main stat will be revolving around strength and intelligence because it adds physical and magical attack, which we need a lot for as a demonstration build. Now for the skill build, this is what I'm running right now. I have maxed out enlarge weight limit, discount and overcharge, and then one level of card revolution, and the rest goes to card modification. Now for the second job, I have axe and mace mastery at level 10, which is the maximum amount, and 5 level of Esoterra for the prerequisite for demonstration, and 5 level of demonstration because this is one of the skills that we will be using a lot on the rotation. And also you might want to get the passive as well because it adds physical defense reduction by 20%. You want to get create potion at level 5 because this is the pre-requirement for learning potion. Now this increase acid demonstration damage, which will be our core skill to use. Now the rest of the skill point goes into Marine Sphere because we need level 5 of Marine Sphere in order to get the best support that we can get, which is Creature Dispatch. This restores 5% of max HP plus 500 HP each and every second within the area for 30 seconds. That's a lot. And additionally, it increases all the stats parameters by 10. Now this is our main skill, our bread and butter, acid demonstration. As you can see here, physical and magical attack required to further increase the damage of acid demonstration. Additionally, if the target has higher fit, it also gives higher damage to our DPS. And also we want the passive unstable research at max level. It variates our damage from 90% of the full damage to 130%. Now another passive that we will be taking is Advanced Axe and Mace Mastery. It further increase our physical attack by 20%. That's a lot. And we have Corrosion Research passive. This is very nice for PvP setups. Now last but not least, this is the most important buff that we can use. Cart Burst at level 5 increases our move speed by 30% and also our physical damage bonus by 20% for 2 minutes. Now for the equipment build, I'm using Crown of Luna because it adds strength and intelligence. Additionally, it gives me dex as well, and also give damage to medium-sized enemy by 4%. For special enchants, I'm using Beacon because it adds PvP damage bonus. You don't have to use Beacon if you don't do PvP, but this is what I have. Now for special enchants, you might want to go with Duel for general purpose because it adds more physical attack percent. If you don't have the special enchant, you can go with physical attack or strength. Anything that adds damage to your asset demonstration is good. Now for the card, I'm using fully upgraded Cramp. It gives us physical attack and magical attack by 50 and also adds 250 max HP. This is very nice. This is a very nice card. Face wear, I'm using Blackwing Monocle. It increases strength and intelligence. It also adds more damage to demi-human. Some of the MVPs are demi-human, but this is very nice for PvP setup. Additionally, if you manage to refine it to +6, you can get additional 2% of all elemental damage. Now for special enchants on this piece, I'm using Sharp Bell because it increases the PvE damage bonus, which we need a lot for PvE. Now for cards, depending on the scenario, you can either use Edgar for large, or you can use Goblin Chief Puppet for medium-sized enemies. For mouthwear, I'm using Peace Pipe. Peace Pipe gives you strength and intelligence. This is very nice for our build and further increase our physical damage by 2%. Additionally, if you manage to refine it to +10, you get another 1% of physical damage increase. Now for the special enchants, I go with Sharp Battle because it further increase your PvE damage bonus. As of cards, this is what I have for now. I'm using Angeling Puppet cards. It adds some SP pool to my arsenal and also gives me 6% of max HP. As you can see here, 3% of each. For backwear, I'm using Gravity Grip. This is what I have. If I have the chance to get my hands on another backwear, I would go with Marine Musket because it adds range, physical damage bonus, and also ignore defense, but it's a shame that I don't have it, so I'm using what I have right here. It gives me healing done. This is very nice paired with Reacher Dispatch, and also I have ignore physical defense 6%. This is very good. Now for special enchants, I go with Duel because it further increase my physical attack percent. For cards, I'm using Deviling Puppet because this is probably the best card you can get for PvE. As for costume, this is what I have right now. It adds physical damage bonus by 3%, all stats by 2. This is very nice. Max HP by 5% and also damage to large enemy by 5%. Now for the main weapon, I'm using +15 Dawn Hammer with Arda build. This is probably the best build you can run, especially if you have +15. It gives so much damage to your asset demonstration build. Now for the armor build, you wanna go with either of the two, Master of Magic or Tier's Bless. Currently, I'm using Master of Magic because I'm running maximum SP build as of now, and also all of my equipments are at +10 at least, so it gives me a slight more DPS compared to Tier. But you can use Tier as well if your build revolves on physical attack and strength, so it all depends on the situation. But in my opinion, if you don't have your armor refine level at least at +10, you might want to go with Tier Blessing instead every single time. For shields, you can go with anything you like. I do usually swap between the shields depending on what I'm doing. If I'm doing MVP, large MVPs, I'll go with Platinum. If I'm doing solo contents, I'll go with Crack Buckler because it adds more neutral damage reduction. For MVPs, most of the low MVPs, I'll go with Immune Shield because this will give me points on the healing MVP points. As of the card build, for weapons, you might want to go with anything that matches your target. Now for enchant, special enchants, 100% you need to get legendary bow every single time. Now for armors, anything you can get your hands on offensively. Personally, I'm using Sharp Battle because it increases my PvE damage bonus. Now for card build, I'm using Baby Desert Wolf because it gives me intelligence. It adds more SP to my build. Additionally, it adds flat SP to my build as well. Why do I need a lot of SP in this build? Because if I'm running Power of Magic, the more SP I have, the more damage I can dish out. For cloaks, I don't have any special enchants on cloaks, but I'm running 10 intelligence. It adds more SP to my build, which means more DPS as well. Now for cards, I'm using Frildora because it adds intelligence. Then again, it increases my SP and DPS. For shoes, I don't have special enchants as of now as well, but I'm running strength. Basically anything that can get my hands on full damage build, I'll go for it. Now for cards specifically, I'm using Verit because the maximum SP percent is very nice for the power of magic build. Now for accessories, this is what I have right now. Renowned Archer Gloves. It gives me dex and range physical damage percent. This improves my acid demonstration damage. Now special enchants, I'm using legendary bow because this is the best special enchant that you can get for acid demonstration build. For cards, I'm using greatest general card. I'm planning to max this out. They add physical and magical attack and also physical and magical attack percent, which is very nice for acid demonstration build. Now for my other accessory, I'm using Nile Rose at the moment. I don't have the 2 slotted Nile Rose. This is very good if you're running strength, which we will be running every single time. Now for special enchants, I'll go with legendary bow because this is the best that you can get. As for card, I'm using Horong right now because I need this for several MVP runs and also PvP. Additionally, it gives me physical and magical attack by 45 and also physical and magical damage by 1.5%. This is good, but if I manage to get my hands on the 2 slotted accessory on this slot, I will add either 1 fully upgraded Mantis card or Illusion All Baron card. Now for the Vera score, you might want to get your hands on Chemistry Fury because this is the main skill that you need to have in order to play the build. Okay, now additionally you can get Link Portal, Mana Length boost. This is a very nice boost for your DPS. And also, if you can get your hands on Potion Fusion, it's gonna be very good as well. Additionally, if you're very lucky with Smelten Cogwheel, you might want to go with Core Overload, Holy Light Shield, or if you can get your hands on the maximum level of Chemistry Fury on Smelten level, that would be very nice as well. As for Sigil, you can use anything you want really depending on the situation, but I do like my Sigil play defensively. I have 2 shields right here and also emergency healing, and I'm using Primal for my main sigil. The most important part if you want to play Biochemist, you need to have Wildfire at least level 1. If you don't have it, please do not play Biochemist because if you don't have this, Biochemist won't be as good, not even close. Now for the feather build, depends on your spending, depends on your pocket, but the setup right here that I'm looking at is pretty much viable for low spenders or free to play. You might want to have 2 of the purple feathers right here, Faith and Valor. It gives you strength and intelligence. Then you might need Sky Tier in order to further increase your physical attack and magical attack, and also it gives you Ignore Physical Defense. And Day Tier, it adds Ignore Physical Defense and also PvE damage bonus, which is very nice for PvE setup. And last but not least, you might want to go with Time Tier. It gives a lot of PvE damage bonus, physical attack and magic attack, and also Ignore Physical Defense. Now for defensive feather, you can use anything that you have because this is what I have right now, but if I'm going to level the tier up to the highest level, I would replace the light tier with Terra. So that way, this setup will be much more easier to build and much more achievable with low spending or even free-to-play players, okay? As for medals, you want to go with Heroism and then Medal of Valor. This is very nice to increase your acid demonstration damage. As you can see here, I have Medal of Wisdom, but do not take anything on Medal of Wisdom because the reason why I have this on level 20 because the character was a Synex before. Now for the smaller medals, you want to go with the physical attack percent and magical attack percent and also physical damage bonus and also PvE damage bonus. Now for statue, you want to max out dual wisdom and weapon first hand. Now if you have the similar setup as me, I'm running at 268,000 divine power as of now. You might want to be looking at this number in terms of DPS. Now what you want to do, you start with card burst and then you want to put some creature dispatch on you and then demonstration, then we're gonna reset. You're gonna see the 30-second mark, how much damage we can deal within 30 seconds, okay? Okay, so in 30 seconds, I managed to deal 59 million damage, and it translates to 1.9 ish million DPS. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that covers everything that I know. Let me know what you think of this build on the comment section down below. If you do have any question, please ask away. And if you love the video, considering to leave a like and subscribe. My name is Arat and I'm signing out. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye guys. See ya.